Guys, Tyson here from Relaxed Running. Hope you're doing well. Now, I wanted to take a minute to have a chat to you footballers just about the time of the year that we're in, because often players and coaches who are passionate about making sure they maintain the running fitness that they've put in all pre-season ask questions like, all right, well, where does running go now? How do we actually make this work? And it's a great question because obviously during the footy season, if you're training twice a week as a group and then you've got a game on Saturday or Sunday, it's a pretty hard structure to work around and make sure you're incorporating some good fast sessions into the week. So I wanted to spend a couple of minutes just addressing this fact. How do we actually make sure we're recovering and balancing our training and tapering for a game while also maintaining our running fitness? Because all through pre-season, every club knows that being able to run is a great advantage over opposition clubs. But what a lot of us forget is the season's long. We don't just want to be the fittest club in round 1 and 2. We want to make sure that we're fittest through the middle of the season, and then ideally, assuming we're going there, as we're going into finals. So the best advantage that you can have is learning how to navigate balancing the hard hit-outs of game day with recovery and steady training. And now, before we get into it, I want to say the first 6 weeks to the footy season needs to be treated with a little bit of caution. As hard as you guys have trained for pre-season, nothing smashes the legs as much as game day. That's why we see at all levels in the AFL, VFL and community level, there's people in the 3rd and 4th quarters who are dealing with cramps. A lot of the time the body's just getting used to the work that has to go into a full game of footy. So the first 6 weeks, I would encourage you to keep any running during the week at a relatively light level. If you wanted to incorporate like a little bit of speed and just get the athletes working a little bit harder, you could do a speed endurance style session which is cut back a little bit, maybe 4x200 or 6x150, something that gets them breathing, gets the legs ticking over, but it's not going to leave your players just buckled over at the end of the week when there's another game that you have to get ready for. But then once we've got the 6-week block at the start of the season out of the way, this is the part that I'm really interested in navigating and really interested in helping you with. So depending on what days your club trained, it's going to vary. It's going to dictate exactly how you can work this in. If you're already a member, make sure you take advantage of getting in touch with me. If you're a paying club or a paying player, shoot me an email anytime to say, hey Tyce, this is my individual situation. This is how I'm feeling. This is how I'm navigating. I've got communication with athletes all throughout the season, helping them personalize the training a little bit more. So if you want that individualized approach and you've paid for it, make sure you take me up on that because I'm here to help. But as a bit of a general overview, here's how I would encourage you to structure the season as both a player or a coach trying to navigate the running element of the game for your players. So let's have a look at the stereotypical footy season. You've got your game day on Saturday most of the time. So that day is dedicated to getting out there, having a good hard hit out. That's the workout for the day, all right? Regardless of what position you're in, obviously some of you are going to play harder, some of you are going to run further, but for match day, I'm happy with that just being the hit out. Then on Sunday and Monday, if you have to do something on the Sunday, go out for a very easy run. I like the idea of going out after game day, especially when I was sore, and running at a super embarrassingly slow pace, even for 15 or 20 minutes, just to get that blood flowing through the legs. Even though it felt horrible, it was always something I was thankful for on Monday. Again, on a Monday, I would encourage you to keep that light, whether you're training by yourself or in your group. Back it off a little bit. You don't need to be smashing yourself so close after game day. Just bring it back a little bit, something very light like Sunday, maybe 15 or 20, maximum of 25 minutes is good. Then on a Tuesday, a lot of you guys are going to be meeting as a group to get your skills and drills done. If you're going to do something on this night, I wouldn't encourage you to do anything too hard. Maybe a very, very light speed endurance session, which takes 15 to 20 minutes. Say you've got an hour as a group, you're going to do 15 or 20 minutes worth of running. You can find those speed endurance sessions on the Relaxed Running membership. If you want help tapering that so it's not as intense, or if you want help with session selection, shoot me an email. If you're on the membership, you've all got access to my email. I'll help you select that so it's appropriate for all players in your team. Then ideally on a Wednesday, if you didn't have a big hit out on Tuesday or Tuesday's session was quite light, the Wednesday session is where you could inject a little bit of speed endurance. So maybe slightly more than what those clubs who trained together on a Tuesday did, but not so much that it's going to leave you exhausted for tomorrow. Now, I'm being a little bit general here because different clubs train on different days. Some clubs are training Monday, Wednesday, some clubs are training Tuesday, Thursday. As a bit of an overview, 2 to 3 days after a match, you don't want to be doing anything too intense. That 4th day is a sweet spot. Still, you don't want it to be too intense, but that's the day where if you're going to do something a bit more tricky, you inject it there. Thursday's back to either group training or doing something by yourself. Maybe just going out 15-minute easy run with a couple of 80-meter strides at 80%. You're maintaining that aerobic level, but you're also getting a little bit of speed work in there as well. Obviously, Friday, you're going to rest right up. I used to like to go out, just turn the legs over for 10 minutes. You don't have to do that. Maybe a rest is better for you. And then obviously, Saturday is game day. One of the things that too many of us overlook in the football world as well is a big word, proprioception. Essentially, it's just nurturing our joint health. It's nurturing our joint mobility. It's something that I would encourage you and your clubs to just do even 5 minutes of as a group before training. I've got a video library on the membership of the exercises that you can do, the benefits of those. It's really good as you're trying to maintain agility, mobility, and joint strength. And has now had a lot of research done into it, which shows the benefit that it has on not only ACL and ankle recoveries, but also the prevention of any potential injuries there. So make sure you're injecting that into your training week as well. As always though, guys, this is a bit of a general overview to help everyone, but if you wanted more specific advice, jump on the membership, shoot me a message at any time. My email is open to you guys, and I'm happy to work with you to individualize your training programs and to make sure that you fit not just at the start of the season, but all the way through to finals. So if you're not on the membership yet, jump on board. If you are, shoot me an email and we'll continue the conversation there.